And then you realize those entities have shown a disturbing pattern. You thought that they were doing these things just for the purpose of the program, but you found out something more disgusting. You know, there's a lot of like conspiracy theory talk about like there's a bunch of pedophiles running this world, this country, this world, or something. And of course, I'd always dismissed that as like, oh, these people are just like super conspiracy theorists. They like always imagine things are disgusting and just la la land. Then you found out, wait, this BuzzFeed article comes out in 2021, and you're like, what? This BuzzFeed article, this BuzzFeed article in 2021, December 2021, basically 2022 at this point. BuzzFeed is not a conspiracy media outlet, right? It's very mainstream. They start talking about there's been a pattern in this U.S. intelligence agencies where child porn and child abuse has been ongoing consistently, and nothing has happened to these people. It's been a real disgusting problem. I mean, they saw some like CIA agent with thousands of child porn and unattended computers of like CIA agents with child porn, and he would be like, "Oh, you know what? I just like somebody's implanted that or something like that." Some kind of weird stories. But it ongoing over and over. That a BuzzFeed article is not. They're not here to try to get the government. BuzzFeed article, they talk about fucking Kim Kardashian. This is not like a mainstream, but they talk, as I say that they try to manipulate my thoughts. And they start bringing up the fact there's a problem with pedophiles and pedophilia in these entities. And not only the CIA, but other agencies have seen the same problem. That this has been a problem that's ongoing for a long time. And nothing has been done. And then it's like they bring some stuff up. It's like even this director of the DSS in 2016 said that when he was reviewing and examining the computers of the employee, he was shocked by the amount of child porn he would see on the computers of this employee. And you're like, what? What's the DSS? The director of DSS, DSS was the Defense Security Services. They literally ensured that there was like no moles that infiltrate the DoD so they can get like information about, like it's about the security of the place, to ensure that these top secret things don't come out, making sure the place is not compromised. Instead of finding moles and spies, and they found out a bunch of pedophiles downloading child porn on the computers. Child porn. Shocked by the amount. It doesn't end there. Operation Flicker. If you see my video, you'll see there's a few videos about that. Operation Flicker was an investigation that was done by the Customs and Immigration on a website that was ran by this crime ring based in Belarus and Ukraine. It's a child porn website. And they were investigating this website, this child porn website, ran by this international crime ring people from Belarus and Ukraine. This website had a registrations of emails, and they would send child porn to those emails. They would pay these fees. These people registered to this website will pay monthly fees, and then they will send this nastiness to these people. Nasty. Once we're investigating, they start noticing something very weird because they were able to access those emails. Notice that a lot of these people has connection with the DoD and the Pentagon. They provided this 5,000 list to the Pentagon to investigate. First of all, they didn't go through the whole 5,000, and out of that, they got a few hundreds that they were kind of looked into it, and at the end of the day, maybe a few of them, a single-digit number, were prosecuted. And they were talking about people from all kinds of places in the Department of Defense, which include, guess what? You guessed it, Defense Advanced Research Program Agency, DARPA, a program manager. They're in NSA, NRO, which is National Reconnaissance Organization. They work with the satellites and everything else. It's just... Now, okay, do you think it will end there? Nope. In 2018, Child Protective Services is going through all the different networks in the United States, ranking network based on the most child porn shared. There's about 3,000 networks they go through and start ranking each network based on the amount of child porn is being shared within peer-to-peer, I guess. The Department of Defense, out of 3,000, or let me just say there was about 2,900. Out of the 2,900 network, the Department of Defense is ranked 19th out of 2,900. 2,900. Not 100 out of 2,900. Not 500 out of 2,900. 19, 1-9. This disturbing thing is shocking. It's disturbing. 19th out of 2,900. Now, you can see a pattern there. You can see a disturbing pattern. A very foul, disgusting pattern. These people are working on technology that can manipulate everybody's brain however they want it. They're basically making themselves gods with the ability to completely manipulate human beings however they want it. And they have these handbook tactics that is meant to break people down. Last mass shooting, top 10, killing 18 people. Not the first one. Saying that he's hearing voices or whatever, and they're saying things. But this last one was one of the largest mass shootings in U.S. history. Top 10. The man kills 18 people. Before that, earlier this year, he was saying he was hearing voices. Then he starts saying, these voices are saying that I'm a pedophile. This man ended up killing 18 people, then killed himself. 2014, a guy who used to work at the Navy Yard, who was a veteran, said before he killed, he wrote a letter saying he believed that he's being manipulated by microwave, and he's being influenced by this technology. He killed 12 people. He literally left like a whole thing. This is why and he literally said the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing is because these people have caused me to lose my mind in these ways. Okay. Going back to these entities that are running this program, there's been consistent patterns and are being ranked top tier in regard of sharing child pornography within network and using governmental devices. This is how nasty these bottom feeders are. You understand that these people are not here to protect children. In 2019, a bill was introduced. This bill is called S1413, S1413. Please go check it out. Unfortunately, it didn't go through, but it was introduced. This bill was supposed to to help stop what's ongoing in the DoD, giving it more resources, involving other entities in regard of helping investigate and do something about it, because it is humiliating and shameful to know that one of the most powerful entity in the world is ranked top tier in regard of child porn. It's not a good look. The most powerful entity in the world is also one of the most pedophilia-centric in the country. Now, you hear what I just said. With all this information, I'm supposed to think that these people are protecting children. I'm supposed to think this. I'm supposed to believe that these people doing these things to me are protecting, avenging children and women. Do you understand how this delusional reality they want me to subscribe to? Now I understand. Even though I don't have this information, my brain is so manipulated that I can still be influenced. I can still be influenced to think in the ways they want me to think. Matter of fact, right now as I speak about this, you know what they try to bring up? When they were doing all these nasty things to me, and they're still doing it right now, but when I didn't know about target visual, and I was still like unsure what was going on, they would bring up what I did as a kid. And listen to how childlike, like I was confused, like, okay, but why would you put so much effort in regard for, like you say, this is what I did as a kid, but why is there so many, like it doesn't make sense. Am I like number one? Like, and they're like, you see, you called yourself number one. I didn't know that all along I was talking to some top tier pedophiles. And what they were doing was the pedophilia type of torture and trying to make me believe that I'm a pedophile and these people are protecting children, when the reality is reversed. Matter of fact, the neighborhood I was in, there was filled with actual pedophiles. But this trash actually worked for entities where they were actual pedophiles, and these tactics they were manipulating me to experience was a handbook tactic to break people down. They were actually ranked as top tier not too long ago when they started doing these things to me. But the Child Protective Service as a top tier network in regard of child porn being circulating within the network within a year of when they started doing the synthetic therapy and V2K. Matter of fact, the same year, that's when they tried to pass the S1413. Well, they were saying that we mapped you to when you were 14, 13. The humiliation. They were saying that we're making you be you when you're 14 and 13. While they were trying to when they were introducing a bill called S1413 to stop this nastiness going on in the DoD. You think you think this is made up? Listen to a few things. Okay. Let's start with this bill. S1413. This organization that protects children was excited about it. And they called it a victory. Listen to this.
Recently endorsed and helped pass key legislation in Congress, the End National Defense and Network Abuse Act. The provision, authored by Senator Brain Schatz, D. High, and co-sponsored by Senator Lisa Murkowski RAK, is included in the annual National Defense Authorization Act and is expected to be signed into law. The End Network Abuse Act would assist the Pentagon in stopping the Department of Defense's DoD illegal use of the government network to view, possess, trade, and even produce child pornography. Millions of child sexual abuse images are being shared across the internet. Over 45 million online photos and videos were reported to tech companies in 2018 alone. The use of child pornography is not limited to the DoD, but data from 2018 revealed the DOTS network ranked 19th out of 2,891 nationwide networks when it came to peer-to-peer trading of child pornography. Child sexual abuse images are flooding the internet and almost no one is fighting back. The DoD is unequipped to deal with the level of abuse coming from their own network devices. A 2006 report from Immigration and Customs Enforcement identified 5,200 Pentagon employees with suspected use of child pornography. Catching and...
Okay. Unfortunately, S1413 did not go through. Maybe there'll be another one that'll pass. But that's the reality. That there was effort to try to stop this thing. Didn't go through this time. Maybe in the future they'll go through. But even that, I'm surprised it doesn't even. I couldn't believe that it even passed. I was like, why would it not even pass? Because the thing is, just because it passed, it's not going to change what's going to happen. Like it's not changing. It's not going to change anything. But just even for this, the vision of it, like the way it's going to look, pass this bill, and then at least it looks better. They didn't even let this bill pass. The bill is not doing much, but just saying that we can now support, there'll be a bill helping. Like, if these things happen, they're going to bring other people to help out with these things. It's not, they weren't asking for some, nope. Introducing that, that's it. They didn't even go across the Senate. They didn't go through the next, just stay in the House, and that was it. Nothing. Just to show you these disgusting things. You want to hear this Operation Flicker? Listen to this.
Its secrets, potentially making this. The Defense Department releasing brand new details into an investigation involving child pornography and dozens of its workers and contractors, some with top-level security clearance. Not only are these very serious accusations, but investigators say some of the people involved were handling the nation's most sensitive secrets, potentially making this a matter of national security. Chief Fox Report correspondent Jonathan Hunt with the news. Appalling story, Jonathan. Do we know more about these people and their security clearances?
Well, we don't know their exact job titles, John, but what we do know is that they did appear to be working, some of them at high levels, across a range of government agencies. Take a look at this, for instance, the National Security Agency, the National Reconnaissance Office, and the very secretive Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency.
DARPA.
Others also worked on actual military installations, including Edwards Air Force Base in California and also the California-based...
DARPA. There's this secretive entity. And by the way, it was a program manager. It was not just a regular employee. Basically, a higher rank, a senior level. This is how nasty it is. This is the bill. It was introduced May 9th, 2019, dead 12/31/2020. Did not cross over and unfortunately did not pass. Now, maybe in the future they will pass something like that. But you gotta understand, it was not asking much. It was the bare minimum. It was nothing. Just the fact that this thing, even that would, you understand? It's like, no, it's not gonna happen. Even for the facade of it, they could have just passed this thing just to make it look like we're trying. No. You know how disgusting it is? Who would even go against this bill? These trash are disgusting. In every way, they've been humiliated. Do you want to hear what they call the CIA agent doing things? Listen to how nasty these people are.
Individuals. Also the compartment text
One employee purchased
telepathy. They're following the handbook perfectly. Yeah.
2-year-old and a 6-year-old. He was simply fired. One employee purchased sexually explicit videos of young girls filmed by their mothers. He resigned. One employee estimated that he had viewed up to 1,400 sexually abusive images of children while on agency assignment.
It goes on. This is a CIA agent. Now, with all this information, they want me to think that these people are protecting children. That is fate. And what I did as a kid in middle school, I'm paying now for it. You just heard the horrible things. Now I know that the reality is I'm a human subject. I'm a test subject, like these kids, like these women, and what they do to me, and the way they make me think, and the way they want me to be this idiotic. It's just a way to break you down. Top tier fucking pedophiles have the ability, and you've been utilizing this technology onto us that is so sophisticated that manipulate the brain in every way possible. And one of the handbook tactics are this pedophilia type of tormenting. Do you want to hear that specifically? This is a survey done in 2015. At that point, I was a target individual, but I didn't know I was a target individual, and I was not getting this synthetic telepathy. I didn't know nothing about target individual or anything like that. These men surveyed 1,000 people who they claim to be target individual. Listen to this.
This is a common breakdown tactic of belief systems and the human will. In no-touch torture, the techniques are more psychologically specialized for each target. Most common examples include homosexual targets that are forced with voices that are derogatory to their lifestyle and similar mental images. Almost all targets are forced to view child pornography in their minds, and vice versa.
Almost all target individuals, based on who he asked, 1,000 of them experience this child pornography implanted in their minds. Okay. No patterns? Okay. Listen to this woman.
Experience what is referred to as malodorance. This is the alteration of the smell sensation so that I am often made to smell various things, including smoke, burning, dirty diaper, or baby powder, which they sometimes combine with the pedophilia type of torture, including the
making her smell something baby related, giving her this pedophilia type of torture. No pattern. Okay.
It is dramatic. It's somebody trying to end my life. It's somebody trying to end who I am as a person. It's somebody trying to take over my mind. But you thought of it. Like, this disgusting thing. You saw where I was going with that first word. Disgusting thing that I didn't want to talk about because it makes me sick. I don't even like those words in my mind.
Thoughts of she wanted to say pedophilia. No patterns. Nothing there. There's not a pattern that is meant to manipulate people in this ways. There's more. A woman who says that they've been doing this pedophilia type of, this perverted program perversion where they aim it toward children. No pattern. All this level of validations, and they want you to forget you even heard what they do to kids. As I was saying this, the amount of time they will tell me I'm dying, not just to tell me I'm dying, just to interrupt me, to tell me how it's going to hurt when they torture me, because they tell me how they're going to frame me. You know how they're going to frame me? You guessed it, in the pedophilia-centric way. They're nasty bottom feeders. These people are trash, top-tier pedophiles and lowlife that have been involved in programming that torture even children and rewires the mind and the brain in these disgusting ways and then try to make you identify with these manipulations. I'll never identify with these nasty things. I'm so thankful before whatever horrible thing I'm going to go through, I was able to see things for what they are. Thank you, God, for this. I'm so thankful. As bad in condition I am today from the beginning, today, even though my state of body, my health is much worse than 2019, August 19, 2019. My state of awareness in regard of what this is about has given me so much more dignity. As this trash tried to bring up the fact that I was like, the way I was questioning the things, because I was putting things together. They weren't making sense. You say what I did as a kid. You say that you make me as me thinking like it's like, but the amount of effort, it just makes no sense. Am I like number one? It's like, oh, you're number one, honey. It's like, now looking back, 4 years later, gosh, I know who's the top tier. All along, they're projecting as always, because they're number one, or top tier, trying to make me accept these nasty manipulations. To all my target individual, you heard the nastiness that's ongoing. They're not number one, they're S1413. So to all my target individuals, stay strong.